It's been 14 years since Illumination introduced us to the world of Gru and his minions in Despicable Me. After two sequels and two spin-offs with the minions, the big version of Gru is back again, as I've finally got to experience Despicable Me 4, now playing in theaters. But is this new installment of the franchise any better than the last film? Or is this yet another film that's not worthy of being so despicable? Find out in this spoiler free review right now. This is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Better known to us as Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review, well, a spoiler-free review of the 2024 animated comedy flick Despicable Me 4, released by Universal and produced by Illumination. This, of course, is a sequel to Despicable Me 3, after it's been 7 years since that came out. Fourth main installment and sixth overall installment in the Despicable Me franchise. Excuse me. Directed by Chris Renaud and co-directed by Patrick DeLodge in his feature directorial debut. Produced by Chris Meledandri and Brett Hoffman, written by Mike White and Ken Dorio. Now, most of the cast from the previous films that are back, including Steve Carell, Kristen Wiig, Pierre Coffin, Miranda Cosgrove, Steve Coogan, and Dana Gare, along with a few new additions, including Joy King, Sofia Vergara, Madison Polan, Stephen Colbert, and Will Ferrell. Anyway, now, in this film, Gru and his family are forced to relocate to a safe house in the city of Mayflower. They are trying to hide from Maxime Lamal, an old rival of Gru who seeks revenge with his girlfriend Valentina. At the same time, one of the new neighbors is intent on returning Gru to villainy. Yes. Apparently, we start out by seeing Gru attend a class reunion as he's gone undercover for the AVL, the Anti-Villain League and what have you. So, after learning about, well, Lamal's escape, Gru and his family, including new son of a baby, Gru Jr., who despises Gru Sr., have to move to a safe house for a while. And most of the minions are about to become test subjects, and Silas Ramsbaum turns 5 of them into the Mega Minions. But while there, Gru and his family meet the Prescotts and their daughter Poppy, who is an inspiring villain and recognizes Gru from his former career and, well, wants to pull off a big heist at the school Gru and Maxim went to. But that's all of this film I'm going to tell you, though. I will not give you no more of this story. This is spoiler free, so that's just a tiny bit of what you can expect from this film if you haven't seen it yet. Now, my thoughts on this film, I am going to say it's a little better than, a little bit more fun than the previous film, but not quite close enough, though, to be one of the best, though. But because it just goes from one thing to another and what have you, and well, I am gonna say it's fine and what have you. Now, one good thing was I do get to see some cameos by certain figures, but I will not tell you that either because that would be an ultimate spoiler. So I'm keeping that hush hush. So anyway, but overall, I thought the film was fun and what have you. But I don't think it was. But again, not the best of the franchise though. But they managed to do their extreme best. So far, this film's been doing pretty well. It might not have much of a strong opening like Inside Out did last month, but of the whole, I still found it to be, well, how should I put it to you this way? Pretty good in some ways. Anyway, now let's see. Trying to get my through to one of my sources here. As of this moment, the film currently sits at 53% Rotten Tomatoes, which that's unfortunately a tiny bit lower than the last film. Well, while they're saying it's fast paced and teeming with slapstick gags, this film is as overstuffed as a pinata, but full of enough candy to give audiences an enjoyable sugar rush. Definitely, I do agree on that. Metacritic has a score of 50, and Cinema Score has given it an A. Just like the first two films. So they're saying this is a bit better than the previous installment. Now, Variety admitted the film is entertaining but found the plot overcrowded with useless characters. Well, some characters can be a little useless, but some I actually did enjoy. Now, according to Variety, they say one thing is absolutely certain. We haven't seen the last of these characters, even if we might prefer that a few of them sit out the next sequel, like the Mega Minions, who aren't nearly as cute as they sound. Yeah. And a similar appraisal can be found in Screen Rant or in the Hollywood Report, noting, for example, the underdeveloped role of the villain in the midst of various plot lines. Running a brisk 95 minutes, the film doesn't leave enough time for Maxime to enact his plans in a way that packs an emotional punch. Well, factually, that's true. But overall, I found the film to be very fun and enjoyable. Sure, it does have its flaws and what have you, especially with the villain trying to what he's trying to do and what have you. Anyway, now Hector Perea was announced as the composer returned from the previous installments, and Pharrell Williams was also confirmed to be returned to co-compose the score, as well as some new songs. Anyway, this is really something. Of course, if you haven't heard, Pharrell's going to be seen in Lego form later on this fall in Piece by Piece. That's right. Universal, through their Focus Feature subsidiary, will be releasing Piece by Piece, the newest Lego movie, first to come out in in 5 years. Well, actually, 5.5 years. So anyway, I will say the story is fine, but its characters can be the characters can be, well, in or out and what have you, but well, some of the new ones anyway. But most of the rest I thought were pretty good. Steve Carell returns as Gru, of course, still good as always. Kristen Wiig returns as Lucy. I'm going to say she was good. Although I will tell you they have to change their names though. Will Ferrell takes on the role of Maxime. I'm going to say he's fine and what have you. The voice of Poppy Prescott is Joy King, who you may remember from films like Ramona and Beezus, which I have yet to review that, Oz the Great and Powerful, the Kissing Booth trilogy, and more recently, the Netflix film A Family Affair, which I recently watched, by the way. I'm not really sure if I'm going to do a review of it, though, to be honest. Oh, yeah, and she was also in Bullet Train. I almost forgot that one. Sofia Vergara voices Valentina. It's not bad. But anyway, let me go back to Poppy. She kind of turned out to be wow. One bad gal and what have you. Stephen Colbert voices Poppy's dad, Harry, and Chloe Fineman did the voice of her mother, Patsy. Now, Miranda Cosgrove returns as the eldest of Gru's adopted daughters, Margot. Steve Coogan's back as Silas Ramsbottom. Pierre Coffin once again provides the voices of the minions, and Dana Gaier returns as the voice of the male adopted daughter of Gru's, Edith. Madison Polan now takes on the role of the youngest in the group, Agnes, replacing Steve Carell from the previous film. And Chris Renaud voices Principal Uberschlecht, the principal of the school that Gru and Maxim went to. So overall, you got a pretty good voice cast. Some of the characters could have been more kind of just slightly useless, but not a whole lot. And sure, it does have its flaws from going from one thing to another and what have you. Blah blah blah. You get the point. Okay, I hope. But anyway, now you can check out my reviews of the other Despicable Me films and the Minions reviews if you already clicked on the card earlier on and what have you. So if you haven't seen any of those, you can check those out too. But anyway, Despicable Me 4, not really one of the best, but it does have its fun moments. For my score, I'm going to give Despicable Me 4 4 stars. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it an 8.5. So what did you think of Despicable Me 4? Let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, be a part of the Big D Nation. Oh yeah, you can also share with your friends, and maybe they'll get to check my channel out. Please help my channel grow, make the views grow as well. I can see some of my recent visitors are doing a little better. But anyway, and we'll have another video coming up soon, and it'll be another spoiler-free review. So in the meantime, you can check out my reviews of these recent hits from Illumination, both from last year. The upper left-hand corner is my review of the Super Mario Bros. Movie. The upper right-hand corner is my review of their recent hit, Migration. Or if you would like maybe something else, well, I could just go ahead and tell you, since I didn't point out the Despicable Me playlist, you can check out my spoiler-free review of the recent sequel to the Minions spinoff, in Minions: The Rise of Gru from 2022, and the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.